Yo, today I want to come on here and talk about something that I've been holding back for a while, and that's teaching and sharing my story. The reason I've been hesitant on sharing and teaching is I didn't want to come off as preaching. I didn't want to come off as someone who thought they knew it all. And also sometimes I would think, who wants to listen to me? Who wants to hear Byron's story and how he got to where he is? You could go on social media or YouTube and find someone else who is more established, who's done more, and follow their story, and you may get more information. One day I was at church and a speaker came in and he said, "Those who teach have greater judgment." Once he said it, it was like he was speaking right to me. It was like he looked in my soul and called me out. He said to teach means to explain and to preach means to proclaim. And that was heavy for me because I was afraid to come off as preachy or like I was trying to be a guru. This is the reason I didn't want to make content. I didn't want to be accountable for telling you something that worked for me and then you went out and tried it and it didn't work for you. But I realized there's power in my story. Everyone has something that they can share that could help the next person. Just because you aren't the biggest in whatever you're doing doesn't mean that you don't have people that look up to you. Doesn't mean that you don't have people that are waiting for you to post. It doesn't mean that you don't have people that are excited when you do something and learning from exactly where you are in your career. I've shared my journey and things that I went through and how I overcame them with people that I love or even people that reached out to me in my DMs. And the best feeling is hearing how something you went through was the same thing they went through and it helped them get through their journey. It's even helped me saying things out loud and reflecting on how I got to where I am and the steps and the work it took to get here. Imagine this, there's a picture of a person holding a candle with a flame. And they're supposed to take their flame and light the flame of others. But instead of sharing their flame with people, instead of sharing the way they got to where they are, the steps and all the work that they put in, they keep that flame to themselves because they're afraid of what people might say. The message that you give may not be for the next person to do it the same way that you did, but it may be the message that they need to get over an obstacle or hurdle, or it may even be the answer to something in the past, the present, or that they may go through. A friend of mine once told me, he said, if you want to grow, teach. And what that meant to me was, if you want to grow in anything that you want to do, teach other people how to do what you do. Sometimes when we go to certain people's social medias or YouTubes or whatever it is, however we look these people up, sometimes it can be intimidating if they just post projects all the time. And that was me. I would just post frames, I would just post what I've done, but I never would show like behind the scenes or how to do it, knowing that I'm the same person who goes on YouTube, who searches on social media to find these behind the scenes. Showing what you did in the final project sometimes scares people because they don't know how to get there. If they're just starting off in their career or they're not where you are in your journey, showing a big set can sometimes make people go like, I'll never get there. And that's not true. I learn best from watching other people do it. I learn best from seeing BTS photos. I learn best from watching BTS videos. That's why I want to show a behind the scenes slice of what I'm doing. That's why I enjoy posting, this is the camera I shot on. This is the lens we shot on. This is the behind the scenes photos. I enjoy posting those things and putting these things out into the world because this is the exact same content that I love to consume. Everything that we learn in life, everything that we do in life, if someone else applies it, it might not go exactly the same way, but it can be a blueprint to help further the conversation. It shouldn't be about gatekeeping and not showing everything. I'm a firm believer in whatever I give, I get back tenfold. And I don't give just to get, but I do believe in if you put good out into the world, if you do good for people, then good things will come to you. And since I truly believe that, and I believe that I'm only sharing things that truly mean something to me, that have truly helped me, I'm not trying to steer anybody in the wrong direction or give them bad advice. I'm just trying to share little parts of my journey and my story. I'm excited to share my journey and talk more about the things that I've done and how I overcame them, and even some of the current experiences that I'm going through now. So I say this to you, I say this to everybody, don't be afraid to share the things that you want to share. Teach the things that you want to teach. Help the people that you want to help. You may not be the biggest person in the world, but that's okay. There's an audience for that. There's people who need to see you exactly where you are because you inspire them to get to the next level. So teach at where you are. Teach at the level you are. If you have something to say, don't hold back. You never know who needs your message and why it was put on your heart to share it. And that's all that I got. And I'm out. Peace, 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 peace. I like that tape, baby.